Let's do it.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Lachlan,
And my name is Eamon.
and we are Unstreamin.
This is episode 9 of Loch Eam Unstreamed. And today, you know what we were going to be talking about, Lachlan?
I don't know. What are we going to be talking about?
We're going to be talking about all things Stranger Things Season 5, now that it's all out, and we're going to be rewriting it. And I think that we actually are pretty qualified to talk about rewriting this show. Because,
Oh, yeah. Definitely. For sure.
I got a 97 in English on my last report card. What about you?
My last report card in English was in, grade 10. I think I got, a 90 or something on it.
Dude, we're basically the Duffer Brothers.
Literally, bro. I had, a creative writing class last semester, and my social studies teacher comes up to me and says that my teacher showed him my writing, and he says that I'm very talented.
Yes, I agree.
Real story. Not even lying.
Okay, so we have some tea to discuss about the final season, because it was not very well received by the fan base. You don't think so?
Oh, shit.
Speaking for the fans, I think it's the weakest season. I do.
So,
what do you think? I think a big part of why this season didn't work is the dialogue was a big part of it. It wasn't very Stranger Things. It was
cringe, bro.
It was just kind of cringy.
And I feel also, we waited for this, we waited for GTA 6, you know?
Okay, that's a good point. It was 3 years between season 5 and 4.
If it was, a year after, maybe, but, we waited a long time.
And they had the budget for it, the biggest show on Netflix.
If GTA 6 bombs, that's gonna suck, you know?
Don't get us worried. Okay. So, yeah, cringy dialogue is a big part of it. The stakes were not there. No one was getting hurt. You had the one scene in the hospital where a hospitalized Karen Wheeler took out, 3 demo dogs and had a hero moment. It was
I actually saw somewhere that Will's coming out scene was longer than their fight with Vecna. I'm not even joking you.
That's funny. I don't believe it because there's lots of hate. And I'm a skeptical person. But
it's not counting when they fought that big tarantula thing or whatever.
The fight with Vecna was so short.
Only their fight when they're actually fighting Vecna. That scene was shorter than Will's coming out.
Okay. Yeah, so that was a big part of it as well. What else didn't work? I also just, the vibes weren't really there. The old Stranger Things vibe. And I get that every season has to have a different vibe, but season 5's vibe was here's the plan. We're going to do this. We're going to do A, B, and you're going to do C. And then if all goes right, we're going to get Hopper out of the Upside Down. Go. And then they'd go, and then they'd do it. And then they'd be like, man, that didn't work. Here's the next plan. And it was just the repeating formula every single time. It was killing me.
I'm going to be honest, when, they released in 3 different parts, I thought the first part was good. I was so excited at when, I think there was 4 episodes. After then, the 4th episode, I thought that 4th episode was amazing. I was I can't wait for the next one. And then it just bombed.
Episode 4 was definitely the best episode. I think that was very well executed, and it felt like the season 4 finale in all the best ways. You had okay, let's talk about this really quickly. New characters. Derek, love. 10 out of 10. That was a perfect execution of a new character.
Amazing character.
Then you have Holly. Holly would have been fine, just I think that they spent too much time on the Holly and Max stuff.
Yeah, they had a whole podcast going.
They're not relevant like we are.
Yeah, exactly. Holly and Max Unstreamed over here.
I also just wish that they stuck to their guns a bit and waited until the end of episode 4 to reintroduce Max. I think that it was taking away time that we needed with the main party in Hawkins. I feel like we didn't get any good character interactions that felt like the gang, and I get that's because they needed their character development. Steve and Dustin were beefing, that needed to happen. I liked that. Then there was the stuff with Nancy, Steve, and Jonathan that needed to happen, but it was just all drama, not a lot of fun, you know?
Yeah, honestly though. No, but Debbie, That's a character right there. I tell you.
Debbie's are carried for the kid, like all the kids
Dude.
in Vecna's head.
Debbie, the
Absolutely
way
carried.
that she found out, the way that when Holly was explaining, like, the danger she was in, the way that she was, like, the first kid to understand and know, like, the right steps to move forward, that was, wow. Like,
Dude,
I'm
yeah.
sitting here, like, I don't even know how a kid is even, like, remotely capable of that.
We like our niche characters on this podcast. Debbie is up there. We'll get to our other niche characters in a bit, but honestly, like, I thought we just needed more time with the main party being a main party, not enacting their crazy plans. Like, that was some of the fun. Like, do you remember the premiere of the premiere of season 4? It was perfect. Perfect premiere from season 3.
Amazing.
Set the tone of the season. It could be dark, but it, like, established character dynamics, gave us the plot points that would be happening, but it didn't feel like we were being force-fed. It was what I'd say.
They gave us 2 of the cringiest scenes, like, in television history, but we just don't have to think about those.
Okay, no, I think that's part of the endearing part of the show. You want something, freak?
I'm totally clipping that, by the
way. Or a game where you throw balls into laundry baskets.
Yeah.
Dude, what the flip? Zoom's trying to add effects using hand gestures? No thanks. Let me get the mouse out of here. Okay. What would you have changed if you could change anything about season 5 to make it better? Where did we go wrong?
Honestly, I would have just never had season 5 exist. I would have gone back to season 4, had them defeat Vecna, but at a cost. Like, Max full on dies, but they defeat Vecna. That's what I would have done.
I think I can see where they're coming from on not killing Max, because they did have that whole character arc of overcoming her grief and getting back to her friends and, like, finding help. And they can't kill her after that. And also, she's, like, in probably my favorite, like, it warms my heart seeing her with Lucas, truly. I think that's my favorite, like, aww. Versus, like, when you have Steve and Nancy, it's like, oh.
Also, I still don't know how that, like, white, like, goon thing or whatever, like, hardened when they were, like...
Okay, that's going to be our first thing that we're rewriting, because I have thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts.
How did it just stop, you know? Like, the power of love or whatever?
Well, they established that it stopped before when they were exploring the lab and they found all the dead soldiers who obviously were implied to have shoot the, what was it called, exotic matter. And then that happened to them and they got melted into the floor and they're like, oh, that's their final death pose. But it's like, we don't know how exotic matter works. Explain it to us. Why does it harden? And they didn't. So what I would have done with that personally. So number 1, I have a needle drop that needed to happen in that scene because it was very cinematic. When they shot that exotic matter, it looked cool. It was just like, Nancy, we should run. Yeah. That's what happened. That was the extent of that little bit. I think it should have been, Nancy, we need to run. Yeah. And then they fall unconscious. And then, you ready for this full circle needle drop, Lachlan?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember in season 1, episode 2, I think, they're at the pool party at Steve's house. And it plays a song called I Melt With You, I think, by Modern English. And the lyrics is like, I'll stop the world and melt with you. It should have played that when they were falling through the floor, and it would have been like, whoa, because you know what the song's really about? It's 2 lovers loving when the nuclear bomb went off in Hiroshima back in World War II, and it's like a love song at the end of the world. It's kind of like synth poppy 80s. Would have been perfect. Drama, tension, add to the scene when they're down there, they're like, help, help, and stuff's coming down. Because when they were in that and like the stuff started coming down out of nowhere, like I felt it. I felt the tension in that scene. Did you?
I felt it. Like, oh my god, I was like sitting on the edge of my seat, man.
And then they get on the table. Logical. I love logic. And then Jonathan's like, what do we do? And Nancy obviously is like, Steve, Dustin! Like, what else can you do? And the show was like, yeah, it seemed like they were gonna die when you weren't thinking about it. But, like, based on what we know about the season, they aren't gonna kill anyone, which kind of ruined it. But I did love that little heart-to-heart they had on that table. What are your thoughts on that?
I thought that was good. And I also think that it was pretty surprising by the amount of people who didn't know that was, like, them breaking up.
Right. Okay, me and Lachlan are 90s in English. We clocked that it was what the unproposal meant. We knew.
100%. I was like, yeah, because most people thought that it just means, like, oh, you're just going to stay my girlfriend and boyfriend. Like, we're not going to get married yet. No, they're gone, bro.
Yeah, because it was like, okay, just like the context of the scene. They obviously are breaking up, and what they're saying, Jonathan confesses to throwing out Nancy's pink sweater because it was an ugly shade of pink. Like, they're confessing to each other how much they aren't right for each other when the only reason they've been together is because they convinced themselves that they are perfect for each other when they finally accept that they're not.
Like, Nancy admitted that she hates Clash. I break up with her too. Like,
so that was a highlight of that scene, going perfectly so far. Like, we know that Steve and Dustin aren't going to reach them because they're having the thing where, like, the ladder falls through and Steve and Dustin finally, like, they make up from all their differences and they're like, Steve realizes why Dustin's so mean. Yeah. I can't do it again. It was good. But that means we know that no one's coming for Nancy and Jonathan. So, like, they're in danger. There should be consequences. If you're setting up, this is the second volume and you still have a third volume coming, we should know that there are consequences being dished out this season.
Literally.
So I think, okay, here's my first rewrite. Number 1, Jonathan should have died in that scene.
Definitely. I think they both should have died.
Well, I was thinking about killing them both. But the thing is, I wanted Nancy, okay, getting into it later, but I have an idea for Nancy in the finale. But Nancy needed her, like, full circle, gun down the big monster moment in the finale. I don't think that there's a world where, like, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, she's Nancy walking down Wheeler. You think she's going to die that easily?
So I think killing Jonathan, establish consequences, kill off a main character, which they failed to do the entire series. That would have been the first hard-hitting death. But it's a death that, like, narratively makes sense in that scene and also gives an impact to all of the other characters that helps move the season forward. Nancy's gonna walk him down for Jonathan.
Oh yeah.
Will, it can have some part in his coming out, like, oh man, people are dying left and right, I've got to get this off my chest while I can, they don't even know who I am. Joyce can finally, like, confront her feelings that she kind of didn't parent Jonathan after Will went missing. It was kind of just the Will show.
Literally, like, she did not care about Jonathan.
Speaking of, have you seen how Jonathan runs? Anyone who runs like Jonathan?
Oh my god.
Mom! Will's not coming home.
No.
So yeah, that's the first thing I would have done. Kill Jonathan in that scene and have it be like the tragic Nancy, it's like, no, and that's the cutaway, is Nancy grieving over Jonathan. I don't know how he dies, but like maybe he gets like eaten by the goop and then it just like hardens on him and then he's like, you know.
I have an idea. Like, I don't really know how they do this, but they make it so, like, he sacrifices himself for her in a way, but then they realize, like, as he's dying, that he didn't actually have to, and there was a way for them both to live. Like, I don't really know how they do that, but make it, make his death, like, mean nothing. Like, his...
No, but it needs to mean something.
No! It makes me sad. Because, like,
it does,
you know...
We aren't killing people for the sad factor. We're killing it to push the narrative further and establish stakes.
No one cares about Jonathan, bro. No one cares if he dies. I want him to die so that he's not alive.
Okay, no. It should be like the Titanic, 2 people can't fit on the table.
Dude, he could have fit on the table, though. Or the door.
Moving on from Jonathan. That's about the first thing I would have done. And that would have been like a hard-hitting thing once Nancy... Wait, how did they even get out of there?
It like hardened and then like...
Oh, no. Like, how did they get back to the real world? Or like out of the Upside Down?
They like...
Oh, no. That was the scene when 11 lifted the plate with everyone behind her and everyone's like, what the hell is happening? Why are all these people here? They found the men, and then that would have been really emotional. Okay, that's the other thing. Get rid of the people who don't need to be there. I'm sorry, Mr. Clark, you don't need to be there for this reunion.
Ricky, get out.
Murray should have died. Okay, that's my other death. Murray
should have died in season 4, I mean.
I agree. He could have been a season 4 death. Murray should have died in the big, like when him and Robin were in the truck with Debbie, and they were running away from the Demogorgons from the WS2K station, and the Demogorgon's on the truck. He's like, "Argh!" And Murray's like, eh. He should have gotten eaten by a Demogorgon. I'm sorry. Or how cool would that be if they're driving down the road and a Demogorgon gets on the hood and Robin's like, ah! And Murray's like, hold on! But then, smash, Demogorgon's claws go through the Murray's window and just snatch him out of there. And then Robin has to try and steer the truck, which is why it tips, because she's not in the driver's seat.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, that's smart.
Okay. 2 deaths. Jonathan, Murray. That also means Murray isn't gonna be here for all these random scenes. And he gets his his comedic relief moments in the first volume. He served his purpose.
It's over, man. I honestly think he either should have died in season 4 when he's fighting Yuri or something. I don't really know. Or
fight Yuri. Embrace it.
Yuri, bro, I love Yuri. Yuri should have won, bro. Peanut butter smuggler, come on.
Yeah, the peanut butter smuggler.
I think what I would have done is they're out of the car. Demogorgon's about to kill Robin. He has a flamethrower, a gun or something. He's shooting at the Demogorgon. Demogorgon snaps his head, looks at him. Boom, he's dead. She goes back to him, he's about to pounce on her, and then Will saves her. You know?
Okay, yeah, I liked that they gave Will powers. I think that was an execution that was well done.
Yeah.
And built the hype on an already hype show. That was one of the few moments that actually built hype.
Yeah, I like when they're saying, you might have powers, but you're too weak. I chose you because you're the weakest kid ever.
And also that gave Robin, that was the one new dynamic I liked, was Robin and Will. That was the one moment where Robin just wasn't geeking out the whole season, that she was a human in a way. Well, she was a human before, but she was kind of it felt like season 3 Robin, and she was nonchalant when talking to Will.
Mm-hmm. She just didn't care about anyone. She was just I hate you, I'm only here because I'm bored,
Okay, wait, how many times did you cry watching this season in total?
0.
Nada?
Dude, I've never cried watching a movie or TV
This could be a question for Lachlan and the audience, right, in the comments. How many times do you think I cried watching season 5?
A lot of times. I'm gonna say 4.
Wait, I need to count. Okay. I cried watching episode 4 the first time.
When? At what point?
I cried at the cute little video montage of young Will. I thought that was so I cried at that. Well, I wasn't it was I'm tearing up. I nearly cried at the Nancy and Jonathan scene, but I didn't. But I'll still count it as one because the feelings were there. So that's 2. And then I didn't cry while watching the finale. But after, me and Lachlan watched the finale together, and after he left, I, thought about it more, and then I got kind of sad about it.
Mm-hmm.
I got sad thinking about 11.
Yeah, because...
So 3...
She's alive, though. I believe, bro. I believe.
Don't start. She's dead.
I believe.
You're a fool!
Huh?
You're a fool.
I believe. It's not a coping. In the background, one of the scenes, they're all, in the trucks. You can see a door open in the background.
Oh, well, obviously the door opens because she needs to run to the gate to go die.
No, in the actual, scene, while Mike's being, all locked up, in the background, there's a door opening by itself.
Yeah, because she can use her powers. Because the kryptonite isn't hitting her, which is why Mike thinks that she's alive, is because the kryptonite wasn't hitting her.
I believe. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't believe.
She
is deader than dead.
And she's enjoying her life.
She's deader than disco, bro. And also, I also like the idea. I saw a TikTok where it's like Eleven and Callie both became one with like space. They like, they became Stardust. And I like that ending for her. She finally like got to be somewhere like where she could like be, Doesn't really make sense, but that's how I like to think about it. Okay, other things I want rewritten. This is taking longer than I thought, so I'm just gonna rapid fire. The hospital scene. Lucas is carrying Max out, and tensions are running high. People were flaming that he was able to kick the demo dog when the elevator was closing, like, hey-ya! But I don't actually care. Lucas was jacked that season.
Yeah.
Okay, on a side note about Lucas, everyone's also talking about his run in that one episode when Will gets, like, blasted by Vecna, and he's like, Will!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was funny. But anyway.
He was so nonchalant that season.
Oh! Okay, so he kicks the demo dog. He's downstairs. Robin and Vicky are there. Karen Wheeler stays in bed. That's how this is playing out. Because Karen Wheeler is hospitalized and doesn't need a hero moment. She's a side character. If Erica doesn't... Okay, Erica kind of did get a hero moment. If Murray doesn't get a hero moment... Okay, Murray also got one. Who didn't get a hero moment?
Vicky.
If Vicky can't get a hero moment... Wait, who were we talking? Karen Wheeler can't get a hero moment. But anyway, how I would have done it is 11 is en route. It's like cutting between them and 11. Like, is she gonna make it in time? And Lucas has the boombox and making noise, and Robin's like, you gotta turn it off, buddy, we're gonna die. And he's like, no! But they convince him in this universe, they convince him to turn the boombox off. And Max in the mind layer with Holly, she's walking up that hill, and the portal disappears. And she's like...
No, wait, could you remember how she said, you don't need Kate Bush, like, you don't need music? Yes! Oh!
We're on a wavelength!
She can, like, feel Lucas, like,
it would be such a good scene! She, like... It's like all the flashbacks of... It's basically a Lou Max fanfic. All the flashbacks of their relationship.
Exactly!
And the portal reopens and she gets back. But like her waking up, she gasps and the demo dogs know where they are and they start charging from them and they're like, ah! But then 11 makes in time and rips the demo dog in half with her powers. Tensions are running high. That was crazy.
Or maybe they just die. Wouldn't that be funny if she comes back just to die like seconds later?
Nice going, Max.
Way to go, Max. Like,
no!
On.
Oh my god, they swap places. Max survives, but Lucas goes into a coma.
Wait, I get him to swap our places.
I make a deal with God! Okay, so that's my other change. That would have just been like a nice little, like, homage to the show and what it's really about is these connections. That's what I thought it was going to be about going into season 5, was this party coming together one last time and embracing everything that makes them so likable and what blew the show up. But no, it's all these random plans that Mike keeps coming up with. Oh!
Also, I'm just going to say this. The stupid, like, upside down just being a gate, screw that. Throw that in the garbage. Hell
yes.
No.
And also, bring the particles back. The particles were gone. Okay, this is more of a nitpick, but they said the lightning goes every 7 seconds. I was counting every single time after that. They are liars. They are big, fat, phony liars. That thing was like, what the flip? My sister just like got a text through my computer. Okay, whatever. But dude, the lightning went off like once every 12 seconds. It genuinely was like killing me. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't. But no, honestly though, I feel like the upside down was so different, you know? Because I like the season 1 vibe, like a low quality, like something weird's happening in like the lab.
It also looks better. It looks scary.
Now it just looks like slop.
Yes, it looks like slop. I like that.
Yeah, honestly, like I feel like some people who've like never watched it before would think that it's just nighttime somewhere. Mm-hmm. You know, like it didn't, because
Yes!
In season 1, there's like vines everywhere. There's like those like little webs of like weird like whatever the hell that is, particles. There's like some always like sniveling around some shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
So we've rewritten. Jonathan is dead now. Max is back, but after a heartwarming moment that feels earned without Karen Wheeler. Now we get. I think that's all. Okay, my next nitpick is the Will coming out scene. I like that, like, Vecna showed Will, like, everyone hating him for who he is and everything when he had him imprisoned in his head. I think we keep that, but we actually show it instead of just telling us. I'm a big fan of show and tell, not just tell. So we see, because there was no Vecna mind stuff. That's my other nitpick. Season 4, anyone could be susceptible to it. He got Nancy, he got Max, he got Patrick, he got Chrissy.
Yeah.
There was none of that.
Literally. At least kill some side characters, you know?
I just didn't it wasn't sinister enough that he was kidnapping children. I liked the gory deaths.
Yeah, literally. He felt, I think I think I told you this before. I don't know if I've said it on the podcast, but I feel like in season 4, the good guys, they were all hanging on by a thread.
Yes.
They were barely still alive. And in this one, it felt like season 5, Vecna was hanging on by a thread. He was always about to lose, but just barely hangs on. You know, he just barely grabs Holly as she's about to fall or whatever.
Yeah, he did that. Will broke his leg. Max found the cave that he's allergic to. It's just dumb.
He was not dialed. In season 4, he was always 5 steps ahead of them. He knew their every plan. And in this one, he was just dude, he was getting destroyed, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, they show us every Vecna's mind stuff with Will and him traumatizing him, and then Will wakes up, and here's the thing. We have my plan, because I've given this some thought, Lachlan really hasn't. Will has 2 different coming out scenes. The first one is episode 7, where the first one happened, the one that we all know and maybe love happened. I think that should have stayed between him and Joyce. Jonathan's dead, he's seeking that connection. It's just him and Joyce, and he learns. That's the first grapevine. Joyce doesn't care. She embraces him. And that gives him the confidence he needs to get through the final battle. Because that, in their interviews, the Duffer Brothers are all oh yeah, we just wanted everyone to be on the same page before going into the final battle. Why? Mike has a flare gun. Why does he need to be on the same page as everyone? Lucas has water balloons. Who cares? So, just Joyce the first one, and then they head into the finale.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get to the finale, okay, here's the other change. We have a 9th episode. We need a 9th episode.
Yep, we need the conformity gate.
Not conformity gate, but a built-in 9th episode that ends things nicely.
I genuinely felt those people who genuinely believe that made me feel so smart, you know? Because of how stupid it was. It's no, they're not going to release it. They're obviously just messing with you.
It wasn't even messing with people. It was just a series of coincidences that,
yeah.
Okay, I think it must have been in, the 0.01% chance of all of those things lining up, because the evidence was there. But me and you are 90s in English. We knew it wasn't going to happen, but it was, art.
I think they were kind of, leaning into it a bit. They weren't actually going to make it about... Because, what was it? They, what did they do? They, got, the number 9 or something on their TikTok profile, or what was it?
Oh my god, they were literally baiting. They were... Once it started getting traction. Yeah, once Conformity Gate started getting traction, they kept posting on TikTok 12 hours, 11 hours, 10 hours. And it was
yeah. And then it was just for their documentary or whatever.
I feel like it wasn't even for anything. I think the documentary was already promoted. I think it was literally just a troll. It was Nell. The announcement is Nell Fisher is gonna be on the Tonight Show. So okay, I think episode 8. I can't really make up my mind on this. I need your help on this. Do you think it should be all like this final battle, final episode, because I was thinking episode 9 could just be an entire epilogue instead of combining the final battle episode and the epilogue into one? Or do you think the final battle should have ended before the end of episode 8 and the epilogue start then and then continue into episode 9? Or like keep it separate?
Well, I don't think you want to have an entire episode of just epilogue, you know? I feel like you want to do a little bit of fighting at the beginning and then epilogue.
Well, but my epilogue has a lot of fighting. Like fighting up with characters, like conflict, not actual fighting. Okay. Let's just say for the sake of this and time's sake, we keep the episodes separate. You have an epilogue episode is episode 9, and the big finale is episode 8. What needs to happen in episode 8? Okay,
Vecna needs to be like
menacing.
He needs to kill somebody.
I really liked the first little like quarter of episode 8 when they're on the radio tower, the thing's coming down. That looked cool. And Hopper shooting Eleven's tank. I was like,
oh my god.
Jaw was on the floor.
Yeah, no, oh my god, that was insane, honestly.
I liked that. Where was this Vecna playing tricks on the party? Okay, Callie's still there. The military finds them. They thwart the plan. Everything goes swimmingly. Then we get to the abyss. Here's what I didn't mind. I didn't like, but I didn't mind the giant weird kaiju as the mind flayer. Lachlan knows this. I was like, that's not the mind flayer. They wouldn't just like make it a kaiju out of nowhere. But it's
the mind flayer.
It's apparently the mind flayer. What?
What happened, man?
So
I like season 2 mind flayer. Okay?
Yes, the stupid smoke. I've been waiting for them to kill the smoke.
Literally. Like, what are you gonna do against what are you gonna do against the smoke?
Or at least make the giant kaiju fleshy like the season 3 monster.
Yeah.
Like, why is it solid? It's dumb. And also, oh my god, I'll get into this right now. There should have been. I get where they're coming from with the no Demogorgons in the abyss because of Demogorgon fatigue. You could have just put demo bats all over the kaiju because it was in the floor. Like, they were trying to play it off as just like a structure of some sort in the abyss. Do it like the Creel House. The Creel House was a structure of power that had a bunch of demo bats protecting it. Do that, and then that could be the first little bit of battle. It's like, go, we'll clear you a path. Duh! And then they go there. But then when they get there, the big fleshy kaiju gets up, and they're like, run! Because I liked that little running sequence. That was cool.
Yeah, you got Jonathan running like this. You got
Luke. And that showcased the diversity of this group that we've come to love.
Yeah.
Run!
It means, like Jonathan goes like.
Wait, Jonathan's dead.
He like jumps there and goes like, ah! It's like eyes stick out.
Wait, but Jonathan's dead.
Oh, you're so right.
Okay, so it's just Lucas like. Okay, so they're running, and then 11 has her cool entrance where she's like, boulder, and the monster turns like, and she's like, and then they fight. Now it's Vecna versus 11. The group's fighting, coming up with a plan. Nancy gets her walk him down moment with all the bats like, duh! She probably like makes one of them eat her gun barrel, and then. 11 versus Vecna needs to be done differently. I want it to be structured like a video game boss fight. Do you get where I'm coming from? It has stages. Yeah. Stage 1, physical fight. Pah, pah. Vecna uses his weird arm. Pah! 11 uses his powers. Ah! Blood's running down both their noses, and then Vecna's like, enough. And they go, and he like drags her into his mind. I don't know what happens in his mind, but they keep fighting. But like some psychological stuff goes down. And oh my god, I already forgot. 8's supposed to be dead by now, but 8 survives in my world.
No, she's dead. In my world, she doesn't even come back for season 5.
Damn,
in my world, she's lucky if she even shows up in season 2.
It'll make sense in the epilogue on why she survives, but she survives and is injured. like some sort of consequence, because I like my stakes.
Do we at least get to like see her get injured or
Yes.
something?
It's the same injury, but she doesn't die. So that way she's not in this final fight, but she's still alive. Vecna versus 11, they're in his head. And 11, by now, Hopper has convinced her that she doesn't need to kill herself. But Vecna is going to do his final thing. And, like, during this fight, he's going to reconvince her that she needs to die.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be like, look at all the suffering I went through. It's going to all happen to you or something along those lines.
Yeah,
but
like, don't smoke or you'll look like me type of thing.
You're going to become a Utah girl if you live. But then as like the climax of this mind fight, Vecna is about to get the upper hand. The gang's done fighting the bats and the kaiju, or like something happens to the kaiju that makes them come back to reality. Yes.
Then Ted walk him down Wheeler, tosses off his golf cart. Hey Vecna. Boom.
Oh my god, this is going splendidly. So yeah, no. It could be, I don't know who gets this moment, but probably like Joyce or something. They get into the thing and she just like, BAM! And hits him with the axe.
Oh my god, I have an idea.
What?
What if they go back to the human world and they start fighting in the Wheeler house? And then Ted walk him down Wheeler says, get out of my house!
Dude, Ted's in the hospital.
No, he's fine.
He gets the Karen Wheeler moment.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. Okay. But yeah, the final fight is longer, has like stages to it. In reality, in his head, in reality, but the mind player's dead. And they beat, what the flip? Okay, the texts keep popping up on this computer. It's weird. That just completely destroyed my train of thought. But the boss fight takes longer, and it feels earned when they finally defeat Vecna.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray!
Yeah.
But then, same thing plays out. They get back to the real world, and 11 kills herself in the same way. And 8 survives. 8 does survive.
Huh?
I don't know how, but she survives.
If 11 dies, 8 dies.
No.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's my hot take. 8 survives, 11 dies.
No.
Now, hear where I'm going with this. In the epilogue, this epilogue is broken up also into stages. It's going to be like, this epilogue is going to jump around a bit. It's going to start off soon after the events. It's going to go a year forward, another year forward, and a final year forward. So, some things that are going to happen in this epilogue. Number 1, we're going to fill the void that 11 left with Callie and Hopper. Hopper is going to have nothing left. Like, he's grieving his daughter. He didn't actually, like, care in the show that much, but, like, he's going to care more in this version. He's grieving, and Callie doesn't stick around. She's like, I'm out of here. She tries to, like, hide and leave, but her, like, she's severely injured. She can't get far. Hopper has a little police segment where he tracks her down, and they have, like, a heart-to-heart on, like, they both blame each other for, like, 11's death, and they accept, like, we're both kind of hurt puppies, you know? We could use each other after this fight. It's not going to feel unearned because they're going to have a giant fight about it. But then Callie agrees to stay with Hopper for a bit. So, like, they kind of have, like, an 11 season 2 and Hopper dynamic where, like, they're just, like, she's new to this world about, like, because Callie's never gotten to live a normal life, you know?
Yeah. Or what if he goes up to her and he says something like, you know, we could use someone like you down at the station. And she's like, then she goes, no, you know what? I have big plans. And she, like, looks on into the sunset. And she shoots herself.
No.
And then credits. Boom. 10 out of 10.
No. So that's one of the things that happen. Nancy finally gets time to grieve Jonathan. And, like, after, I don't know how many time skips forward we're at by now, but she decides she needs to get out of here. She needs to leave Hawkins.
Wait. At the funeral, Steve, like, puts his hand on her shoulder and says, you know, I'll always be here for you.
No.
Okay. They need to get together, bro. Stan sees.
Here's my Stancy theory on what happens in this alternate world. So
he needs his nuggets, bro.
Nancy decides she needs to leave Hawkins. She's just like, there's been too much that happens here. She's gonna set out and live the life that Jonathan like wanted her to have. She's gonna walk him down all over the world as a journalist. And it's like, everyone knows she's leaving. Steve at the airport tries to convince her, like, let me come with you, Nance. Like, come on, man. I need you. I'm scared what's gonna happen in the future. And Nancy turns him down. She's like, Steve, you've always been great with kids. Go become a teacher. He becomes a teacher. It's obviously more to it than that, but we're rapid firing because we're running out of time. Steve doesn't end up with her. Nancy ends up by herself. But here's the kicker. Callie catches wind that Nancy's leaving. And they've kind of like, I don't know, they've somehow built a bond in between all these like time skips that are going to happen. And she decides she's going to go with Nancy. And they're going to set out together. Nancy and Callie, gone. Out the picture. Steve, done. His arc is settled. Will finally, after... Oh, yeah, okay. We gotta wrap up all these stories nicely. Will finally comes out to the party. And they don't care. They're like, we all... Like, you're still our same old Will. And that's like... That could be like a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Keep it, like, to this exclusive cast of the party. Like, his friends. The people that he started the show with. Like, Max, Will... Max, Lucas, Mike, Justin. Yep. Will story, done. You know who else? What's next? Who else? Robin and Vicky, they leave. They go do stuff together. I don't know what, but they leave.
Because, like, I'm going to be honest, this finale needed to, like, after I finished the final episode, I just got over so quickly. Like,
yes.
The next day, I just completely forgot about it. But, like, Squid Game finale, I was thinking about that for, like, a month after. Maybe even more.
I love Squid Game. We're going to talk about it.
Thinking about that until the end of summer break. Like, even a little bit into school.
I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, like, sometimes, like, literally, though, honestly, that ending was so perfect. Honestly, I think they executed that perfectly.
Yeah.
And this ending was just, like, so boring. I just forgot about it. Like, we talked about it the next day a little bit, but, I mean...
Yeah. I think, Lucas and Max obviously end up together. They all graduate. Will ends up with Chance, because By Chance is obviously the best ship in the show.
Yeah, By Chance is canon.
Now, like, I think that's, like, you get the gist of what we're getting at. I think, what do you think? Do you think our version that we just created would be a better and more satisfying conclusion that we, as the fan base, wanted?
100%. Yep.
Yes,
definitely.
It would be 1,000%.
1,000% better. That, oh my god, that finale, man.
Okay, so...
I was like, trying to care about it when I was watching. Like, I was trying... Because when Mike and 11 were, like, in that, like, black room thing, whatever the hell, when they're, like, talking, I was, like, trying to be sad and, like, trying to care about it, but I really was like, dude, can this thing just end already?
I want to go to bed.
Yeah, literally, can I go to bed?
Okay. That's our neat bow, but we're going to spend this last little bit talking about funny moments that happened while we were watching the show this season. Oh, more! So, episode 1, we watched, like, basically every episode together. Actually, we'll talk.
Is that your phone?
That was the computer. I don't know why it keeps texting. But yeah, first episode, when Jonathan and Steve are beefing about who was going to go up the radio tower. Jonathan, like, took off his coat and he had, like, a really performative cardigan underneath. Lachlan, you want to say what you said?
I was like, we see the fit, bro. Like,
I thought that was so funny. I was laughing for, like, 5 minutes. We had to pause because I was like, I had to get my giggles out.
That was really what funny. Are you wearing, my guy? Take that off.
We see the fit, bro. And he was like, this sounds more like a job for Jonathan Byers. So that was funny. Erica's moment with the pie, so funny. And I told you to eat your damn pie. That was funny. Oh yeah, so we actually were playing 4D chess on each other when Volume 2 came out. Because we watched all of Volume 1 together and we did it over the course of 3 days. Mm-hmm. And when Volume 2 came out, we were both like, we'll do it again. But neither of us were actually sticking to our guns. We both watched it by ourselves the first day it came out.
Yep.
And then the next day we were like, I texted him like, hey, are we gonna watch episode 5? Because I was under the impression that I was the only one who watched it. And he was like, yeah, because he thought that I hadn't watched it yet. So we both watched episode 5, pretending to have not seen it yet for the other person's sake. And it was so boring.
I was literally on TikTok the whole time, I'm not even gonna lie. I wasn't even watching it.
I literally sat through and was giving commentary. I was like,
Yeah,
oh no.
I'm pretty sure when I watched it the first time, I was thinking like what I'm gonna say when I watch it the next time. You know?
And then the next day, we both of us just didn't even bother texting each other to watch episode 6.
Yeah.
This is when we kind of clocked that what was happening.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, we both watched it.
Yeah. I think it was you who said that. But like we watched volume 1 together, but I'm gonna be honest, there was just something about when I watched it while I was on a call, I just felt like there was too much happening and I wasn't like fully focused on it. And like when I rewatched it the second time, like so I was watching with my family too. I was playing 4D chess with them as well. I felt I was watching it the first time with them. Like it felt more emotional when I was watching it then. It felt like more intense, even though I already know what's gonna happen. You know?
I agree. And then we obviously watched the finale together in person. He ventured down from Edmonton to Calgary.
Yep.
And our final funny moment is the by chance believers. It's like when Mike is like, when they're like, where are we gonna end up, Mike? And Mike's like, Will, you're gonna meet some guy at a gay bar. And it cuts to the gay bar. And Will sitting by himself, someone walks over. They're tan, have a medium-sized black hair, styled the same way as Chance. Lachlan can confirm. I jumped out of my seat and I was like, no way!
Oh, I have never seen someone jump up that quickly.
I was like, oh! And then, no, it was just some rando. But we like to believe it's Chance. What the flip?
What does the message say?
Use iPhone as a webcam. Continuity camera lets your iPhone be a webcam. Wait, is this giving us tips and tricks right now? Where's my mouse? What's happening? What? I'm gonna put your iPhone horizontal and stable position to stand and connect it. No. Okay, I think that's a good note to end it off. This went way longer than I thought. I'm sorry, everyone. Until next time, your line.
Stay lucky.
And stay eamy. And stay unstreamy. Goodbye.